Yes, everyone, you are reading this statement right from Tony Khan in AEW. The contract of Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, has been terminated. He is fired. Honestly, this is going to be a really quick video because there's not really much to say. CM Punk last year, literally around this time at another pay-per-view, I can't remember if it was All Out, whichever one MJF returned at this weekend last year. Basically what happened was there was a media scrum backstage and CM Punk had some issues with Hangman Adam Page and the Elite, and he basically just went off burying everyone he did not like or had problems with in the roster in front of his boss at a media scrum. That on its own, no matter what the situation is, you could say is completely unacceptable, in my opinion. So, you know what? He was out for about a year, not only because he had an injury, but just because of that. I believe it was like a suspension or something. So he was off for a bit, and there was so much So he was off for a bit, and there was so much speculation that AEW was going to fire him, and that they didn't want him, and all that stuff. But the rumors were false, and he did end up returning, and they even made a separate show without his enemies on it for him to be in it, because AEW knew the draw CM Punk was. Sadly, we are a couple months into this new CM Punk reign, and CM Punk at the biggest AEW show of all time at Wembley Stadium, All In, the main thing everyone took away from that show. No, a lot of people didn't focus on the show, but the backstage fight between CM Punk and Jack Perry. Now, I don't know who's right and who's wrong in this situation, but this is more than once that CM Punk has engaged in physical altercation in the back. So I feel like also the fact that it was the hands down biggest AEW show of all time. We don't know when we're going to see another AEW show like that. For them to spend all that money for Wembley's 80,000 just so CM Punk can lock the guy in a chokehold, and that to be the quote-unquote highlight of the night for some people, it's unacceptable. And honestly, it's sad. I remember seeing CM Punk's return in 2021. It was absolutely amazing. The emotions were running high. His feud with MJF was great, but everything from there, just downhill. It was literally just downhill. Especially when he returned, it was alright. I feel like the run itself after MJF was kind of lackluster. That's my personal opinion. CM Punk, I do believe he is a pretty good wrestler, but I don't know what to say about him as a person right now because, well, we don't know what's going on, to be honest. But CM Punk is obviously in a high position, a locker room leader-like position, so he needed to keep his emotions in check even when others can't, because he's kind of like a locker room leader. Like, you can't have Roman Reigns going around fighting everybody he dislikes in WWE's locker room, right? Even though for a good amount of time you could probably get away with that. Look at the position he's in right now. But he's not doing it. He's a locker room leader. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about the situation. Wanted to make a brief video explaining it and just letting you guys know, if you didn't already hear the news. Yeah, CM Punk is released from AEW. It's sad. Is he going to return to WWE? Honestly, after hearing all the backstage stuff, I don't think they're going to have him back. I'm sorry, guys, to all of you who are fans of him and want him to return. I'm just like almost confident that he's not returning there. So yeah, I don't know. There's a good chance we may never see CM Punk wrestle again, which is the sad thing. But that's his own fault, sadly. Who knows? Maybe he'll return years down the line. Maybe he's done for sure. Maybe he will shock the world and return to WWE. Who knows? But that's it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm out.